A coconut the size of a bowling ball is hurtling straight down, and the greatest physicist in all of history has absolutely no idea it is directly above his head. The year is 1666. A great plague has swept through England and shut down Cambridge University, sending the young Isaac Newton home to his mother's quiet farm in Woolstraw, Lincolnshire. A peaceful, uneventful place, famous historically for having absolutely nothing but apple trees. History tells us Newton sat under an apple tree, watched a fruit drop, and discovered gravity. But what if his next-door neighbor, a retired sailor with absolutely terrible landscaping taste, had just planted a coconut palm tree right beside that famous apple tree? Newton, ever the curious scientist, decides the exotic tree is far more interesting. It's shadier. It smells of adventure. He drags his bench across the garden, sits down contentedly, and tilts his head back with a satisfied sigh. This is the single worst decision in the history of science. The coconut falls. Newton wakes up scrambling across the ground. But instead of understanding gravity, his dazed and spinning brain decides that coconuts fall sideways first, and then down. He names this discovery Oblique Gravity. He draws diagrams immediately. They look like a confused roller coaster. He writes his masterpiece, the Principia Coco-Mathematica, 3 thick volumes of beautiful, confident, completely wrong physics. Every single equation features a coconut. It sells out across Europe in under a week. Isaac Newton is officially the most famous scientist alive. He presents Oblique Gravity to the Royal Society of London. The hall is packed with every brilliant mind in England. Newton draws his first diagram, a coconut zigzagging sideways before dropping. Dead silence fills the entire room. Then one man in the very back row sneezes catastrophically. But the damage is done. Royal Navy captains apply oblique gravity to their shipping routes, adjusting course for the sideways ocean call. 3 entire fleets sail directly into Portugal by mistake. Portugal is very confused, but politely offers every sailor custard tarts. King Charles II decrees that coconut trees must be planted in every English garden. Clearly Newton has proven they generate superior gravitational intelligence. All across England hopeful citizens line up to sit beneath them, books open in their laps. Head injuries triple by Christmas. Newton, riding his fame, applies oblique gravity to military science and designs the world's first coconut-powered cannon, a weapon so revolutionary it fires its cannonball in a perfect S-curve. It has never once hit a military target. It has destroyed 19 bakeries. France, watching all of this unfold, decides it urgently needs a counter-physics theory. The ghost of Cardinal Richelieu appears before King Louis and proposes Froment's gravity, based entirely on the falling of cheese. The two nations formally declare a physics war. Historians will call it the Dumb's War. Astronomers applying oblique gravity to the heavens calculate that by Newton's equations, the moon must be slowly drifting sideways toward France at 4 inches per century. Telescopes across Europe swing sideways to monitor this. The moon does not move. The astronomers blame France anyway. By 1700, all of European science is built on oblique gravity. Bridges lean. Buildings tilt. There is an architectural style called the perpetual tilt. It is briefly fashionable. Italy's Leaning Tower of Pisa is officially declared the only structurally correct building on the continent. Then, one catastrophic morning in 1705, a shipment of 5,000 coconuts from the Caribbean, carefully routed using Newton's own oblique gravity calculations, arrives not at the London docks as intended, but directly overhead. Falling. All 5,000 of them. Simultaneously. Over the heart of London. London is completely coconut. Newton, buried to the wig in a mountain of coconuts, experiences what scientists will later call a big rethink moment. He tunnels free, bursts out gasping, grabs the coconut sitting squarely on his nose, and asks, for the very first time, why did this fall straight down? He sprints to his study, burns the Principia Coco-Mathematica, all 3 volumes, one by one, with tremendous ceremony, and in one furious overnight session rewrites the laws of gravity correctly. With apples. As nature always intended. He cries a little. He eats 4 coconuts. He is very hungry. And so, because Newton sat under an apple tree and not a coconut tree, we got real gravity, real physics, real rockets, and real smartphones. The specific fruit that bonks you in 1666 really, deeply, profoundly matters. If this video gave you a knowledge bonk, smash that like button. Subscribe so the algorithm finds you straight down, not sideways, oblique gravity style. And comment below, what other fruit should have hit Newton? The world needs to know.